Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcome to my pre-fight show. This is Stormybman doing a little bit of a pre-fight show. I'm going to talk just a little bit about the fight coming up tonight. We got the big fight, the return match between Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder and Tyson Fury, called Wilder Fury 2. And we're going to mention a little bit about who's on that undercard tonight. I want to say shout out to the LDBC and the family that's coming out there to listen to me run my mouth again about the fight, because we were on last night. We had a very good stream celebrating the 50th show for the Friday night chop session. So, that's what we do. We just keep grinding, keep moving. You know what I'm saying? And for those of you out there that's taking a peek at this for the first time, yeah, Stormy got a different setup here. I told you I'm about that. I'm always doing something, man. I'm always doing something. So don't y'all ever be sleep on the storm, okay? Because the storm will come and blow your ass away. That's right. I want to mention some people that's out here in the chat with us today. We got Omega Red. He says, salute family. Tyrone Smith is out there, says, salute Stormy, awesome show last night. This one's going to be another banger. Yes, sir. And appreciate you joining me too, Tyrone. CB Sports TV is out there. He says, salute Stormy B, man. Salute to you, brother. St. Cruisin is out there. He says, bomb squad. That's right. Denise Ward is out there. She says, salute family. She's got the bombs going. And Omega Red says, bomb squad. Sir Big Head is out there. He says, wrenches only. Laugh out loud. Salute, y'all. Stormy B, man. What's going on with you, Sir Big Head? Denise Ward says, love your set. 100. Thank you for that, sister. I told you I'm going to keep it coming. I'm going to keep it coming, Act Reacher 45. What's good with you? He says, dope, Stormy B, man. That setup is fire. Omega Red says, nice setup. Ramsey Sutton III says, peace to the chat. Salute to the trio. Hashtag LDBC. Nassim the Dream is out there. Salute family. And he says, I like that setup, Stormy, man. Shit is lit, homie. Yes, sir, it is, ain't it? If I do say so myself. Omega Red says, always room to improve. That's what's up. Lala D is out there. St. Cruisin, she says. Sir Ken is out there. He says, salute. And salute to the wrenches and salute to the chat. Smash the like button. That's right. Smash that like button as you come in and listen to what I have to say. And everybody else is saluting each other. Yes, so tonight we have a hotly anticipated rematch between the two top heavyweights in the division. That's Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. The first fight ended with somewhat of a controversial draw. Many people felt like a decision should have been made, whether it was one way or the other. As far as I'm concerned, Deontay won by knockout. I'll stick to that to the end. You understand? But it's okay because he'll get to repeat the performance. That's all. He'll get a chance to do it all over again. Curtis Mayfield and the Staple Singers had a song once called Let's Do It Again, and a movie by the same title. Yeah, so that's what we look forward to. As I, get ready to do a little bit of a rundown on this undercard, there were people who tuned in to us last night and heard a great deal of various opinions from the panel on how they thought this fight would be shaping up. Personally, I enjoyed everyone that was on there. I enjoyed their takes and what they had to say. And this is what happens when you have quality fights across the board in boxing. It will bring people out, and it will bring them out with their angles, their positions, perspectives, and who they support and support wholeheartedly. And if we could continue after this to receive the quality matches across the scope of boxing in each division, the sport will be in tremendous shape. Tremendous shape. The one thing that we can all agree to is as long as we're seeing the fights and matchups that we would like to see, hey, we don't have any problem plucking down them dollars for the tickets, for the pay-per-views, going to the movie theaters like Stormybman doing this evening, or, buying on an app or whatever. But just give us the fights that need to be made. And I'm sure everyone out there will agree to that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, with that being said, I think we have, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually have 6 fights on the undercard tonight. And a couple of super lightweight fights, a junior middleweight fight, a bantamweight fight, and a heavyweight fight on the undercard. And to me, that's it's filling things out. There are a couple of familiar names on the undercards, and then there's one or two that you may not be familiar with. But the whole point of it is to provide us with something that can whet our appetite and get us going, before the main event. So let's see how I can put this together, because I thought that I would mention these guys and we could talk about it a little bit. I think in the first undercard match we'll have Subriel Matias taking on Petro Manyan. And this is another one of those bouts between the tiny guys, super lightweights. They're not that tiny, but they're not as tiny as Bantam. But, people, a lot of times you go beneath 140 and nobody wants to tune in too much. But Subriel is a young fighter who is 15-0. And he's 15-0 and he has 15 KOs. (15-0), 15 KOs, and he's one of those guys that seems to pack a punch. And in each match, he finds himself stopping his opponents. Now, the guy that he's facing, Petros Anayan, he's 14-2-2, and he only has 7 KOs. So this may not necessarily be a match that you're expecting the favorite fighter, which would be Matias. You're not necessarily expecting him to lose this, Now, Anayan, he's one of those guys, he's being brought in as an opponent. Matias is probably going to clean him up pretty quickly. But I think this is also a showcase for Matias, because being on the undercard of a high-profile fight such as this is going to give him an opportunity, to showcase himself at his best. And I think that's why this guy is being brought in. That's how I see that going. Another fight that we have on the undercard is bringing Amir Imam back. We haven't seen him in a while. Amir is taking on Javier Molina. Okay, Javier Molina is 21-2 with 9 KOs, and Amir has a record of 22-2 with 19 KOs. His loss came to Adrian Granados. The one thing about Imam is that he's never in a dull fight. You know, he's another one of those young fighters who fights with his hands low, and he invites, contact. But he's not afraid of contact, and so therefore he puts himself in jeopardy and sacrificing for excitement, And I would expect more of the same of him from tonight. His fight with Granados was quite dramatic, and it was one of the top fights of the year that they fought. We'd like to see what can happen if he can put himself back in title contention again, or is he just going to be that type of fighter who's a gatekeeper or something like that. It's up to him, because he does have talent, but he's going to have to do something about keeping them hands low, man. That's just the thing. These guys who fight with their hands low, they're going to always end up in some serious trouble sooner or later. Especially against a fighter who can, hit them back. So, and then we have Sebastian Fundora, who's 13-0 with 9 KOs. And he's taking on Daniel Lewis, who's 6-0. Now, this is one of those fights I really believe that it's being put there because it's filler. Fundora, he's a fighter who is being groomed to be, a fighter that can fight on these undercards, and hopefully maybe he can make his way to contention. But in the event that he's not, we've seen his type of fighter before and his fare. That's okay. There's a number of fighters in the sport of boxing who come out and they represent in that type of way. So it's nothing that you haven't seen before. Okay. And as we get closer to the main event, we have some more familiar faces. Emmanuel Navarrete is taking on Joe. I can't pronounce these guys' names. Santacenia, and Joe is 19-2. In the meanwhile, Navarrete is 30-1 with 26 KOs. And many of you will remember Navarrete for taking on Isaac Dobe and taking his title from Isaac Dobe. So Navarrete is moving on and looking for bigger and better things in his career as he carves out his own legacy. I consider him one of those fighters kind of the Antonio Margarito ilk, even though he's not as big as Margarito, but he's a guy, he doesn't necessarily look like much. He's got that lanky frame, but man, he can fight. And he can fight on the outside, and he can fight on the inside, as Isaac Dogbe found out the hard way, as Apollo Creed would say. But this is one of those fights that could be entertaining because of the action. Navarrete is a guy who comes to fight. Speaking about Imam, who likes contact, this kid really likes contact. He looks to get in there, but he'll see what his opponent has first. He's a little bit of a wily guy. He's smart. And he'll allow a guy to show him some things, and then he'll begin to attack and go into his mode after he's able to assess what his opponent is bringing. He was very calculating against Dogbe, and once he realized that Dogbe could not contend with him either on the inside nor on the outside, he just really beat the man down. Let's see who else we got here in the chat right now. We got more people coming in, people commenting. Okay. Let's see. I said we got St. Cruzin out there. CB Sports TV says, I'm watching the fight card. Yeah, I hope when I get to the theater, CB, that they're showing more of the undercard, because sometimes they'll cut it down to like where it's 3 fights and then the main, or 2 fights in the main event. I want to see as many of those undercard bouts as I can. So I'm going to arrive at the venue early. Forgive me, people. I'm going to arrive at the venue early and hope to see or catch a few of those extra bouts on the undercard. It's exciting, man. This is one of those days like, like Super Bowl Sunday almost. You're waiting around, you planning what you're going to do, what you're going to eat, whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm doing the same. So I think all of us are going to be connecting on that same wave of energy as this fight card draws near. Andrew Charles is out there. He says, salute Stormy. Salute to you. And St. Cruzin says, I'll be more nervous than Deontay. I think some of us will be, because it's just pre-fight jitters. You get them. If you don't, then you're not really a true person of the sport, because you feel that energy, So, who else we got? We said, I see some of you guys are having personal conversations out there. CB Sports TV says, Lala D, exactly. I really want to see the main event. And Andrew Charles says, loving the graphics. Thank you, brother. St. Cruzin is out there. He says, Lala D with the KO. Deontay is clearly the face of boxing. You know what, St. Cruzin, an interesting aspect of what you said. A Deontay Wilder victory places him more, or cements him more, as the face of boxing. For I've considered him that anyway. But if he were to put on a boxing display where Fury was being dominated, I don't worry about the knockout, but just he showed that he was the better boxer, man, that would shut some of these critics up so silently. But, they'll still hate. But just like when Earl showed, Mikey Garcia that he could box, and Mikey didn't win a round. What if Deontay came out and did that to Tyson Fury? Just beat the crap out of him, bloodied that eye up, took points, just dominated the guy. It would totally shred Tyson Fury and his false confidence. He'd probably go somewhere and fall into another coke binge or whatever, to not be heard from again. And that would be great, So Nassim the Dream is out there. You guys are still having those personal conversations, okay? Let's see. I'm just trying to stay on top of you guys. Lala D says, oh my God, Stormy, I almost went to a theater in Chicago too. Yeah, you just heard that I was going to be there, and then you decided not to show up because you didn't want nobody to see your face. That's all that was, Lala D. We know what you're doing. You ain't fooling me, trying to stay incognito. That's what she doing. So, but hey, this Navarrete fight, I look forward to that, because that kid can fight, man. And you like these guys who could come out and they just go for it, There's a lot of respect for fighters like that. Let's see who else we got. Lala D says, you're damn right, they'll still hate. Yeah, if Wilder beat this guy from pillar to post, bust him up, and then just took a unanimous decision, they'll be like, oh, Fury was off. They'll have something, Fury wasn't himself, It's like, dude, But they always got to take away from somebody who's really earned the shit, you know? It's a shame, but that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I don't like it either, you know? Don't like it. Lala D says, yeah, I just found out you were going. I said this a while back on a couple of other streams. Even on somebody else's panel, I said I was going, you know. And I'm like, I know I say that and then somebody be like, oh, Lala D, you in Chicago, you gonna go see it at the theater? Oh, no. Oh, no. What's up with you, Alex Santos? I see you. He says, nice presentation. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You know, Stormy B-Man going for the theatrical. You understand? St. Cruz says, I'd enjoy seeing Deontay outbox Fury. Tough task, but his first fight with Stavern went that way. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you guys something. Fury is not the great boxer that the media puts him up to be. He's a boxer who's had tremendous attributes over other people. He's been able to lean away from shots because he's 6'9", 6'10". He has 84-inch, 85-inch reach. Those are hard advantages to overcome for the average heavyweight. The average heavyweight is like 6 feet tall and maybe a 77, 78-inch reach. So you think about that. That's like if you're playing basketball. Now, you might be very, very good, but they got a guy that's, you know, a foot taller than you guarding you. And if he's up close on you, you can't get your shot off or anything. Your best bet is to try to dribble him around him and use speed to get around and everything like that. So it's like, you know, Fury boxing in this situation, he has a physical advantage because of his height and reach and things like that. But his chin is about the weakest in the division because he ain't accustomed to being hit. Drew Titan pointed that out last night on our stream, on the Chop session. And it's very true. When you have guys that are very tall like that, it's very difficult to get good sparring for them. Now, they get accustomed to sparring guys who are shorter, have shorter reach and dimensions, and they learn how to masterfully manipulate and dominate over that. But they're not getting hit solidly, okay? So you need to have these smaller and shorter guys who can go up against them, bang them to the body, break them down, and get in close, because those long arms and reaches can't do anything up close. He can't even get good leverage on an uppercut if you're in his chest. You understand? But you got to get there, and it's work getting inside. So, yeah. Alex Santos says, Stormy, what you think of all that tall 154 guy fighting that tatted Australian? Yeah, I saw that guy. He was like 6'5", right? And he's like looking down at the guy at the weigh-in. That's funny, man. But I'm going to tell you something. You're seeing more of these type of mismatches because these guys are not fighting at the weights that they should be fighting at. End of the day. Guys are really draining themselves to make weights, and that's the real definition of a weight bully, okay? You're fighting at 154, but you're 6'5" and everything. That frame is supposed to hold a lot more than that. So why you ain't fighting at light heavyweight? Huh? I bet you walking around pretty damn near light heavyweight, if not at light heavyweight. So get your butt up there in the right division where you're supposed to be at. That's what I got to say about that. G-Funky84 Boxing says, salute at Stormy B-Man. Salute to you, G-Funky. You got that tequila ready, brother? I heard you say last night, he was like, I got my tequila. So G-Funky going to be getting it on when they get it on. Huh? So, let's see. Nassim the Dream says, Stormy B-Man, with all the info out here about Fury and AJ, these guys know about and never bring nothing up to defend Wilder. It's always some watered-down version of what Eddie Hearn say. Listen, man, they've made Eddie Hearn a star over there. They, not us. They. So when it's not necessary, I prefer not even to bring the guy's name up. Huh? The only reason he ain't saying nothing right now is because Top Rank and PBC are putting on such a wonderful promotion. They've had Super Bowl advertisement. They've had network TV advertisement, college football advertisement, NBA advertisement. They have advertised up the wazoo. And this fight is going to break the bank. And Eddie Hearn ain't going to be able to say jack doo-doo like he had been saying in the past. Wilder hasn't sold out no more than 6,000 tickets or something. Remember him saying all of that foolishness? Well, they're going to have an impressive showing off of this. Regardless of who the winner is, there's going to be money. And he left on the outside looking in. Good for him. That's what I got to say about that. Now, Senior Dream says, Stormy B-Man, it don't matter what Wilder do. Had he outboxed Fury, they would have just come out and say, well, Wilder didn't knock Fury out. I thought he hit so hard. You're right, man. That's what I was just saying a moment ago, you know, in a different manner. It's like, it doesn't matter what he does. The only thing that he should make sure that he's mindful of is win. Bottom line, win, baby. Just win, baby. That used to be a saying back in the early 80s or something like that. Just win, baby. You know, that's all Wilder got to do. Just win. And everything else will take care of itself. You understand? Lala D says, I love that name, G Funky. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Lala D, G Funky is one of my brothers, you know. He was on with us last night as well. He'd be over there with D-Style too. So D-Style Boxing. Shout out to D-Style Boxing. Naseem the Dream says, at Lala D, you're right. Take your girls and get it on, sis. LDBC is everywhere. Man, you Naseem the Dream, this ain't Match.com coming up in the Stormy B-Man chat talking about hooking up with the ladies, man. Y'all can do that on your own time. That's why you got DMs. Huh? Let's talk about Stormy B-Man over here trying to bring y'all this good boxing news and talk, man. I'm just kidding. Just get all the ones you can. G Funky 84 says, can't wait to open that bottle tonight. I bet you can't, man. You probably been walking around looking at that bottle, G Funky. It's like, man, I should have got two. But yeah, man, it's going to be exciting. On the undercard in the fight before the main event, it's going to be Prince Charles Martin taking on Gerald Washington. Now, this is a fight for two heavyweights that have both had title shots and have failed at the sport, with Martin losing which belt he had? The IBF. He lost that to Anthony Joshua. And Gerald Washington lost a title challenge against Deontay Wilder. And that's okay, you know. But then he got KO'd 2 more times. So it's looking kind of shaky for Gerald. If he can't contend with Charles Martin, he will definitely be relegated to the gatekeeper status. Just beneath Anthony Joshua. And Anthony Joshua got belts. So hang in there, Gerald. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's the way I see that. You know what I mean? But we can, listen, you can get into talking about that main event where, you know, the Bronze Bomber, man, we know what happened in that first fight, huh? You know, we know what happened in that first fight. It's just like right here where this picture is showing on the screen where you saw Fury on his back. That was supposed to be the end of the fight right there. Until Jack Reese sprinkled some crack over Fury and yelled out, you know, in his ear and everything and woke him up. And then he was able to get up and finish the fight. The fight should have been over when he was flat on his back in the 12th round eyes fixed to the lights. But see, Jack Reese won't be reffing this one. So he won't have any imposition. So get him out of there. That's what I say. And then you future fighters out there, if they try to put Jack Reese in your fight, tell them no. I ain't fighting. Because that dude is a cheater. He says he does things for the greater good of boxing. Who anointed him that position? Huh? Get the hell out of here with that foolishness, man. Get the hell out of here with that foolishness. But let's see. We got Nassim the Dream says Charles Martin then spent all that money. Now he's back. Dude just sold that belt to AJ. Listen, man. If I was selling my belt to AJ for the reported $9 million that he got paid, which he probably went home with at least 5 of that $9 million, I would have been straight for the rest of my life. You understand? But since he wanted to smoke them tweeds and all of that foolishness that he did, yeah, you're going to find yourself back out there trying to, make another bag. But that was the highlight for Charles Martin. I worked the earth like a god. Yeah, you fell to earth like a god too. When AJ put that right hand on your chin and you sat there looking, contemplating life. Oh, should I get up or should I now wait? That's what that was. That's what that was. A disgrace. A heavyweight champion should not surrender his belt sitting on his ass looking at the ref. Even AJ, when he was fighting Andy Ruiz Jr., thought about that when he got to one knee and he was looking up at the ref, smiling a little bit, like, y'all letting this happen to me? But at least he got up because Mr. Martin didn't. Mr. Martin. That was a pretty good scrap he had with, what's his name, too? Kalnaki. That was a good scrap. Yeah. Lala D says, that sounds borderline racist. Okay. Actually, it can be very racist. He has the power to be by stopping, not stopping fights. Yeah, he stopped that fight on that guy last week, remember? Walk this way. And when the dude started walking, he was like, oh, that's it. That's it. They was like, man, what you doing? You told the guy to walk over there, and then you gonna walk there. He didn't listen to my commands. Listen to my command. Boom! Right on your chin, chump. Scrapbook Boxing says, salute to my brother Stormybman. What's going on with you, Scrap? How you doing, brother? Hey, Scrap, you see me working my magic again, right? You see my studio here? This is my pre- and post-fight studio setup now. How you like it, brother? Scrap is saluting other people. And Nassim the Dream says, Wilder is the only one who is really acting like a champion, trying to give the fans the fights they want. And these fans today don't even want that. And they mad at Wilder. I just don't get it. You know what, Nassim? They take people who may be against Wilder and they'll put them in front of the camera. They'll put a microphone in front of their face. They'll let them say what they have to say. But have they come to you, though? Have they come to me? Have they come to the LDBC? No. Because they want to present an image, present a narrative that they can run with. That's all that is. Don't get caught up in the hype. Those people that was booing Wilder at the weigh-in, that was a whole host of them folks who have traveled over here to watch this fight for Tyson Fury. There wasn't a lot of U.S. fans or whatever, but they do that, and they let those people sit right up front. Because that's the type of image that they want to perpetuate on us. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay, too, because, listen, man, at the end of the day, Wilder gonna knock that chump out, and they could all sit around the front rows too, so they could be there to catch him when he fall out the ring. Huh? Let's see. The chat's kind of moving fast now. People are picking up in their conversation. Yeah. Bon South D-Town is in the house. He says, I am out here cutting these yards, enjoying this good boxing. Top salute, family. If I don't salute you back, it's because I'm out here getting it. I hear you, Bon South. Thank you for stopping by, bro. Just don't forget to hit the like button either on your way in or out. Okay? And Lala D says, Scrapbook is in La Casa. Scrapbook is like my queen. Lala D, salute, sis. And G Funky 84 is saluting Scrap. And Scrapbook says, I love it. Talking about my studio look. Trap House Boxing is out there. He says, what's up, Sensei? In the chat, what's good with your Trap House? I told you I was going to show you something, Trap. You see that look, right? The studio look here. Yeah, Stormybman is working the magic, bro. And let's see. What else we got here? They saluting. Lala D says, Scrapbook, Stormy got brand new owners. Yeah, but I'm still a brother though. Don't think I ain't going Tim Bradley on y'all, okay? I ain't gonna do that. I promise you. I promise you I ain't gonna turn into Tim Bradley. You know? G Funky 84 says people talk shit about Wilder not taking $100 million from the zone, but he gonna make double that the way he going. Yeah. Wilder is already set for life, man. Everything now is just extra life. Extra life. Yeah. And let's see. The Black Banter says, respect to you. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Black Banter. And Bottom South is being saluted by Lala D. Yeah, man. You know, with Wilder, the way he has made his choices, he has fought like he's made his choices. You know what I'm saying? Nothing has been given to him. And he hasn't submitted himself to anything. That's the best part about it. Because he can sleep at night with the choices that he's made. And he's made some damn good ones, I must say. He's made some very good ones. Remember, Deontay started out on Golden Boy, huh? Could you imagine a beast like this with Golden Boy? But see, Oscar was too much, you know, having those other problems and stuff outside the ring. And it's just good that the brother Deontay got away from that. You understand? Alex Santos says, Stormy, did you see Crawford confront Kell Brook? No, I didn't see it. I heard 78 talking about it a little bit on his stream earlier this morning. But if someone could direct me to either a link or a video that someone has up on it when I get through here, I will check it out. Because I would like to know what happened with that. But I heard 78 talking about it a little bit. Trap House Boxing says, you already turned into Tim with that suit on. See, listen, Trap House, you always got to come up with some stuff to say, you know, but you just hating. Just let an OG shine. Just let an OG shine, huh? You want to come out there hating and everything. You know, I got on a tie, brother. You understand? You see this Stormy looking all business-like. You understand? Got my little screen up here, man. You know, with my photo monitor and everything. You let an OG shine, huh? What you doing, huh? Lala D is laughing. She says, I saw it on Fight Hype. Okay, when Bud pulled up on Kell Brook, I'm gonna have to check that out, man. I'm gonna have to check. I bet Kell Brook wasn't talking about, I hope you're hungry. I hope you're ready. With the damn chocolate brownie shit, you know. He be talking, man. talking that stuff, man. Talking that stuff. And Lala over there, get him, Trap House. Lala D, you just a Benedict Arnold, just jumping trains every time a new one come along. See, you ain't loyal, you know? What is this? Get him, Trap House. Man, I'm going to have a Razzie Award, and I'm going to start picking somebody from the chat to give Razzies out, too. You understand? Scrapbook is laughing. Lala D is laughing. She say, Stormy, she's laughing. Yeah. But hey, it is going to be such a great night of boxing tonight. We are excited. And you could just tell the positive energy. Everybody just can't wait, man. It just can't wait. It's like Thanksgiving and knowing that the turkey gonna be on the table soon, huh? That's what it feel like, huh? Trap House says, you know I gotta do a little hating. You're doing a lot of hating. What you mean little? That's like when somebody say, I was just a little pregnant. No, you was pregnant. You understand? This ain't no such thing as a little pregnant. Huh? G Funky says, how many times will we hear lineal tonight? If the fight is going very well for Wilder, none. You ain't gonna hear it. You ain't gonna hear it. Now see, the dream is laughing. Yeah, man, they'll find any excuse in the world not to mention that going forward. If Wilder scores this victory tonight, you ain't gonna hear lineal no more. That was just something they were saying to keep the Fury raft afloat. You understand? That's what that was all about. They had to have a moment just to have him stay afloat. You know, well, he's the lineal champion, something to stand on and shit. That dude is a former drug addict turned current drug addict trying to become a champion again. That's what he is. And that's what Wilder told him he was at the press conference. Put him right in his place. He said, you ain't nobody but Tyrone Biggums, Big Mama. That's all. That's all he is. He's like, Tyrone Biggums. And y'all got any of them rocks? Oh, here we go now. Scrapbook taking up for Lala D. He says the queen is as loyal as they come. Real talk. Okay, Scrap, I'll be quiet. See, when you got these valiant brothers coming to your rescue, Lala, I can't say much after that. You understand? Somebody might be trying to cut me, huh? It'd be a knife attack like I was Kell Brook or something out there. So I guess I better cool it. You understand? Better cool it. Hey, why you come to the rescue of Lala so quick, man? Huh? It's like he laying back in the cut. He wasn't even making any comments or anything. Yeah, you know, Scrapbook was like, it was like he had went on somewhere. I thought he had to go take the kids somewhere or something. Here he come. Wait a minute, Stormy. It's like, what? Batman coming up in here rescuing the damsels in distress. Yeah. Okay. You know, Batman has come in and put the criminals away. But yeah, I see this fight this evening. Hopefully it'll go just like on this photograph right here, because this photograph shows it all, man. You know, Tyson Fury on his back, Deontay celebrating. That's all we look. That's all we look to see. You know, that's all we look to see. Lala D says, sorry, Stormy. I saw it on 88 Sports Talk. He got it from Fight Hub, not Fight Hype. Okay. Scrapbook is laughing. Trap House is like, yeah, Sensei, get off of my lady. Get off of my Lala D, homie. And then Lala D is like, thanks, Scrapbook. And then, Man, see, here you go now. Trap House. Coming up there, taking up. Man, I'll get you chumps later. That's all I'll say. I'll get you chumps later. And you know, Stormy, I got the memory of a mouse. I remember every damn thing. You know, when you try to set a trap for a mouse and it go off, he don't never go near that trap again. He's like, you got now you get me next time. Yeah. So I'm gonna be back later, but I'm gonna, come from a different angle. So yeah, but I'm not gonna stay on here any longer. I want us all to have a great evening, a safe evening when we see these fights. And, I'll be back for a post-fight show, but it'll take me a bit because I'm going out to the venue, to the theater to check out the show, check out the fight, the event. And then when I come back, if it's not too late, I'll do a post-fight when I get in. Or if it is, too late, then I'll just do it in the morning. But that's what I'll do, No, Lala D, you don't have to put the link in there because I'll find it. I'll look up 88 Sports Talk and Fight Hub. I'll check it out and find it. But thanks for offering. Yeah, they don't like anybody put links in the chats and stuff anymore. That's because they don't want us networking. When they was doing it, it was okay. But when we started establishing our communities full-fledged and boots on the ground, that's when they tell us, you can't do that anymore. You understand? That's why we have to make our own game and control the narrative of the game and how it's played or to be played. Trap House says, just bow down, Sensei. Your kung fu is not good enough. You see, Trap, you're going to keep talking and that trap is going to get shut. You understand? Because Stormy still got some. You understand? I still know how to throw them beams. 89 TV says, salute Lala D. And Scrapbook Boxing says, salute Stormy B Man and the chat. Yeah, man. Lala D says, yes, Stormy, a post-fight or come on to 78. He'll probably have one. Yeah, I know 78 will probably go live as soon as the fight is called. So I'll have my phone to tune in for him. But this is about all I got for you guys today. At this time, we'll come back later on this evening. It's been great. I want to say thanks to everybody that came out there to listen to me. And hit that like button before you leave. And get ready for that fight. Be safe. If you're going to do your drinking in a place where you ain't got to go out. If you're going to be eating, don't eat too much. And if you're doing anything else, just make sure you don't get caught. Okay? But that's Stormy B Man saying that to you. Drew Titan fell in the building. He says, in the gym, skipping rope right now. Happy Bomb Squad Day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And with that, Stormy B Man is going to be out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the LDBC. And let's all pull for Deontay Wilder to put Tyson Fury to rest. Okay? Final rights. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.